What is up, guys? I'm here with building Ryloth and Lego episode number 4, and to start this week off I got the last 2 packages from Bricklink, so let's open them. So here's the smaller one. I'm not actually going to share the seller's name, and I'll explain that later, but to start I got a couple more of these 2x5 in trans blue, this piece for the AAT, more parts for the AAT and blurg, and this is for a Wattam bore here, so I'll show you that in a minute. Got the last eyepiece I needed, AAT stuff, and then I got this J torso, and then now here I got this random extra piece, but the unfortunate news is this torso is fake. And it did not say that anywhere, so I'm a bit disappointed. Fortunately, it was like an extra. I didn't really need this, but yeah, so I'm not going to share the seller for that reason. But now let's get on to the bigger package. So in here to start, got a ton more of these trans blue bricks. In here, another trans blue brick, some parts for the AAT, some blue parts for the AAT again. Here, I'll get into this in a minute. Let's see what else we got in here. These are the giant parts for the AAT, as you can see. All the sticker elements. And I think, yeah, that is it. So in here, nicely packaged, very much appreciative. See if I can actually open this. So I could not open that one-handed, but this is from Tyler's Bricklink store. Very appreciative, nicely packaged. Some trans blue bricks, AAT stuff. And yeah, so I'm actually this episode only going to be working on the blurgs and the AAT. Just because that would take up a lot of time. As you can see, I've got all the pre-existing parts from previous Bricklink orders and stuff I already had all sorted in here by color. So I'm going to sort these into their bins, and then I'm going to start building them. So let's get to it. So I have finished the blurgs, so here's what they look like. So this is just the blurg from the UCS Razor Crest, but I substituted a few parts. I used a different eyepiece because the one from the Razor Crest is super expensive. And I didn't use the sticker that goes on here, which adds a little brown to make this look like a full seat thing. And yeah, I'm really happy with how these guys turned out. I'm going to show you what they look like with a minifigure on them. So here are the bases for the Twi'lek minifigures. I'm going to be ordering heads from Ryloth, but I'm buying them through Nash Vegas Bricks because he's in the US. And I'm pretty sure Ryloth isn't. So here's kind of what they look like. It is a little tall. I know, and this doesn't even have the headpiece on it. I may end up like using short legs instead, or like modifying them. So I know, so I hope you guys think this looks alright. I'm still not completely sold on it. I may like use short legs like I said, but yeah. I'm now actually gonna make some progress on the AAT from 2008, 9 or whatever it is, and I'll come back to you when I finish that model. So I have finished the 2008-9 AAT, and wow, does this thing look super menacing. So here's the older one, I mean the new one from like 2020, and you can just see the size difference. So we're gonna get rid of this guy for now, but I'm just gonna give a quick overview of the set. I didn't get the minifigs or anything, but you can put a minifigure like Battle Droid up in the top there. And then there's the cannon, these cannons too. And you can lift this up to see inside. And you can actually pull that guy out. So let's see if I can do this one-handedly. So I could not do that with one hand, but here's like the little inside cart. You can put a battle droid in there to pilot the ship, but I won't be doing that because you don't see them, so no need to. And you can put this back in. There's a little clip it connects into on there. Let's see. Yeah, it connects on there. And you can put this back in. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, that is the 2008-9 AAT. I may make some modifications, like for example, I don't like how you can see some of the dark gray there. I might round that out a bit more. Same with up here and like some of these spots. But other than that, this set is really cool. And I'm just gonna bring the ATTE out for a size comparison. So here's the AAT next to the new ATT, and yeah, these look a lot more like in scale versus that. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe now make some progress on the hollow bridge and the other side of the mountain and all that stuff. So I've made some progress on the hollow bridge, as you can see. So here's from the thumbnail shot. As you can see, I've used a ton of these 2x5 bricks here. And here's what I have left, which isn't a lot. And those gray parts are for this and like this on the other side. Sorry for the background noise. And as you can see, I'm using this pick-a-brick cup lid to help support this. I will change these plates underneath to like a black or something so it isn't super noticeable. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good idea, and it covers quite a bit of surface. So if I have like 3 of these, 2 or 3 of these across the whole thing, I think will be pretty useful in helping support this. And without it, you can just see, yeah, how much it sags, which is not good at all. But on a better note, here is the custom Watan bore. I'm not sure if I showed him off again or not, but here he is, sand green head now, dark blue slope, this gold ingot piece I threw on the back there, and I think he looks pretty good. And yeah, here are the AT modifications I was talking about. I think it just makes a small little change, which keeps the whole design still. And yeah, so now I think I might actually work on this side, or I may do terrain on this side. I haven't decided yet. So I've made some rock progress on the terrain, as you can see. And I decided to go with more of like just clusters of small like pieces. And I really like how that looks versus like the overly detailed, especially for what scene I'm recreating. So I think I'm gonna continue doing stuff like that across. And this way it doesn't eat up too many pieces. Looks good, and I have enough for the other side. So I'm gonna make a bit more progress on that. So when working on the terrain, I knew the ATTEs had to be placed, and I didn't want that kind of getting in the way too much. So when I was aligning them, I realized 2 of them might be a bit of an issue, and I'll show you. So here's what it might look like with 1 ATTE, and now I'm gonna show you what it looks like with 2. So here's what it looks like with 2 of them. So basically I have to have the first one like halfway onto the bridge, which isn't too much of an issue, just maybe this. But here's with the second one. I don't know, I just feel like it looks a little too crammed, especially because I have to add 1 ATRT actual minifigures like running and the 2 blurgs. So I'm gonna come up with a third arrangement now with the blurgs and the ATRT, but only 1 ATTE. So here's the third arrangement with the ATRT and the blurgs. And now these will have to be kind of part of no matter what. But what I could do is if I did 2 ATTEs with this one more on the bridge, could have 1 like blurg here, maybe the ATRT there, and the other blurg already kind of up here by the like actual building part. I'm just gonna call it like the spire, but that's not really what it's called. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure yet. I would love some feedback in the comments of what you guys think would work better, 1 or 2 ATTEs. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and try and plate off the rest of this side with some texture. So as you can see, I've completely finished plating it, and I really like how it looks. Really happy with it. The more simplistic look, but I think it'll look pretty cool in the end. Here I just have this blurg. I put a battle droid in its mouth. I thought this looked pretty funny. Um, but yeah, that wraps up this week's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know this was a longer one, and I won't be uploading episode 5 for a while, as you saw in that community post. I'm going to Italy for like 10 days, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.